Hey guys,
Happy birthday, Carmen.
it's Carmen's birthday.
That's what somebody said. Actually, I think Mom told me that too.
Happy birthday, Carmen.
Da.
Let's see. Oh, so I thought you were going to do the chat on your phone.
Oh, we can see it right there.
Okay, well, as long as you can read it, I can't read it. Hey guys, so we are live coming to you from Tempe, Arizona. We're in this fancy hotel room. Look at the wall decor is amazing. Look at that color. Anyway, so we're in town. Vicky was planned to come with us, but Sherlock was having some issues, so Vicky's at home taking care of Sherlock. Vicky should be here pretty quick. Hey Pam.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Pam
Steven.
and Steven.
And
Jason.
Hey guys. And Len.
Len.
Hey guys. So anyway, we're doing a live tonight. We've got several things to talk about. Are you going to be able to see all those chats as they come up there? I can't read them. Anyway, so tomorrow we are in Tempe here at Woodworker Source. We're going to be doing some demos. We've got, we'll be there pretty much all day from 9 to 5, or maybe even a little.
Probably later,
Yeah, probably a little bit later. So we've got the whole truck loaded up with stuff, and they actually are having a huge event. If you guys can get out here to Tempe at the Woodworker Source, I think it's on Elliott, if I remember right. And they're having music and entertainment and food and a big contest. And I think there's a bunch of entries into the contest. We entered an item that we'll see how that turns out.
I think we got a shot.
I don't know about that.
Dad keeps saying no, but I told him you don't enter a contest to get second place. We're there for first place. And if we don't get first place, we're getting first place. You know what I'm saying?
What did Ricky Bobby say? If you're not first
place. If you ain't first, you're last. If you ain't first, you're last. Well, hell, Bobby, I was high when I said that.
Anyway, so we're looking forward to it. And then tomorrow night we're driving home. So we're just here one night. Nice place though. Yeah. And we want to announce and talk about details about. Oh, you got the chat on there?
Yeah. So
cool.
Guys, it's not that I'm not paying attention to you. I just can't read that chat, so I'm reading it on my. And Doug, you got that right. He said, "Go Kerry Lake and Blake Edwards."
Yeah. No kidding. Both of them. Yeah. So we have a couple of questions we're gonna talk about tonight. But again, let me see here. We have
my buddy Jesse's on here. What's up, Jesse? And that's the plan. I want to make it out to Wyoming.
Yeah. Okay. So Vicky's at home taking care of Sherlock, and we're holding down the fort for the live.
Yeah, Mom's on here.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Good. She said she was gonna be.
So Mickey, the contest is basically it's a woodworking contest that's going to go all throughout the day. I think.
Yeah.
And grand prize is
$500.
$500 and gift cards for Woodworker Source.
Yeah, actually, no, it's $500 is the cash prize.
Oh, is it?
Everybody that enters the contest gets a $50 gift card for Woodworker Source. So that's cool. Yeah. So we're gonna get that one way or the other. It's almost like we're in California getting a participation trophy.
Yeah, except in California, $50 will get you what?
Toothpick.
5 gallons of gas.
Yeah. So anyway, and the contest is really cool. I think it's I think the public judges on it. They're gonna set them out and people can judge or vote from 8 till 5, I think, and then they're gonna do the award thing and see who wins and first prize, second prize, third prize, whatever. And but I think there's a bunch of entries based on when I dropped the sign off or the entry last week. I think it's going to be pretty good. And the theme is kitchen, anything kitchen. So there'll probably be some turned bowls, some cutting boards, some rolling pins, anything that is kitchen related, wall decor, whatever.
Yeah.
So you guys will see a video on our entry on Wednesday.
Yeah.
The whole making of it. Kind of different.
It's definitely different. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy with the way it came out. But anyway, so if we've got questions, ask questions. We'll kind of go into the 2 questions here. We can do that.
We got a lady named Cindy Davis. I just started making signs and I absolutely love it. Thank you for the insight and help. Right on, Cindy.
Very
Glad
cool.
you're having a good
Thank
time.
you, Cindy. I'm glad you're here. So if you have questions, you can email me. But if you have questions tonight while we're here live, feel free.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool. Very cool.
Let's see here. Okay.
All right. So, you want me to go with my question first?
Yeah.
All right. So and then I'll take over for that when you do yours, I guess.
Okay.
So the question I have is from Mike. And Mike asks, Eric, can I use your 1/8" spiral bit on outset letters and then do the cloud with a 90? Thoughts on how you think that would look versus the profile bit. So you can absolutely do that, Mike. I don't normally do that. And the biggest reason is when you're cutting with a straight cutter or the spiral cutter, which cuts a straight. So if you're looking at the edge of an outset letter or whatever you're cutting, you've got a straight edge, rather than you would have a V groove if you're cutting with a profile. This is the surface of the board. This would be the edge of the letter if you're cutting with a profile bit. But if you're cutting with the spiral, it would look like that. The problem is this sharp edge is really easy to catch when you're sanding. So if you're sanding with a belt sander or a disc sander or whatever, that's number one, is it's really easy to catch with the sander. Number two, because you don't have a V like this, if you are spraying it black or spraying it with some kind of primer or flat paint, it's going to be really tough to get coverage in there because you've got a lot of right angles and you'd have to do a lot more spraying rather than having a V groove. The spray covers much better with a V groove. Other than that, you can absolutely use the spiral bit to do that. I think the third issue would be if you have some tight areas to get into. The V groove comes down to a point, so you can get into much tighter areas than that 1/4 inch and even the 1/8 inch spiral bit. I love that 1/8 inch spiral bit, and I use that a lot. In fact, I think we used that on this upcoming video on our entry into the deal.
Yeah.
We use the 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch, I
Yeah.
think. We used them both, but it was really good for making a lot of room around your outset letters or your carving, so that you don't have to get so close with a 90 or whatever you're using for background. So yeah, that's my advice on that, on the 1/8 inch or the 1/4 inch spiral.
Okay, we got a couple of questions here.
All right, cool.
First of all, Stephen thank you so much.
Is he on here?
He is on here. I didn't bring the tiles here, but I got them, and Mom and Dad got theirs. They're freaking awesome. I'm gonna share a picture of them when I get back. Actually, maybe when I get back to California, because I don't want Amy to see them until I give them to her. But made us some really cool engraved tiles. I dig them, man.
Yeah,
they're
very
freaking
cool.
awesome.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Steven.
thank you, man.
They are awesome. We were planning on bringing them with us and showing them. If we were doing this live at home, we would be showing them right now, but
Yeah.
we had so much other stuff to load up, we forgot them.
And then there was another question on here. Apparently, I know nothing DIY. I'm not sure who that is.
I've seen him or her make comments, but I don't know who it is either.
What's your name? Apparently. But he said, do either of you have a favorite hunting sign stencil? If so, which one? Well, mine is probably, I did a sign a while back where I actually used 12 gauge shotgun shells as pegs to hang I have all my hunting gear hanging on it, or some of my hunting gear.
So it's basically like a rack.
Yeah, it's like a coat rack. In fact, that's on the list.
Yeah, that's right.
But I like the Ryan's place. I just anything with like deers and mountains and things like that.
Yeah.
Also, the duck hunting one is pretty cool. It's small. It's kind of hard to carve,
Yeah,
but
it's a oval duck hunter or something like that, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Those are my two favorites as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Stephen Lewis said on your carving liner, can you go to 330 seconds at a time or just a one-time depth?
Well, you can go, if you go, I wouldn't go any more than 1/8 of an inch at a time. But yeah, you can go 330 seconds. You can go 330 seconds pretty good, as long as you're not trying to take it too fast through the board and you don't have too hard a material. I wouldn't do that in like, ironwood or purple heart or pecan. I would stay with 1/16 of an inch at a time. But if you're in softwood, you can go up to 1/8 of an inch, and if you want to make a deeper pass after that, you can. But I would, if you were going to do that, I would go back with a profile bit. So 330 seconds, yeah, you can make a 330 seconds cut, as long as you don't try and pull it through there too fast and the wood is not too hard.
Okay, and then Cindy Davis said she's been making signs and leaving them around town for people to find and just hope to brighten people's day as excuse me, as well as get practice. She said, I owe all of what I do to y'all.
Wow.
That's a cool idea. I like that idea.
That is a cool idea.
Well, I guess depending on what the signs say.
Yeah.
I mean, it could say something a little less than pleasant, but
may not brighten your day.
Yeah.
The kind of stuff you would say might not brighten somebody's day. You may put a dark cloud over their day.
Okay. That'd be hilarious. I won't say what I'm thinking. Anyway, okay, so my question. Oh, she said they're nice signs. Well, that's good. That means good. You're a nice person. Way nicer than some people.
Give me this thing.
All right. So this question is this was on the $100 an hour video where we timed making the family sign. I said the sign came out very well. Since the video is about how long it takes to make a $50 sign, I do wonder how can one be competitive with those that have CNC machines and can produce these signs in much less time. CNC machine prices have substantially dropped the last few years, and perhaps freehand routing will not be profitable soon. That's an understandable question and thought. However, my response is they're not necessarily paying for what the sign says. They're paying for the fact that it's handmade, right? If they want a sign that says welcome or beach house or lake house or whatever the sign says, home sweet home, they can go to Walmart or Hobby Lobby and get something for $20-25. That's not a problem. It's not necessarily the signs that are on the market. It's the fact that it's hand done. I think that's what people are paying for. Just like if you were to go to a furniture shop and buy a dining room table, it might cost you $6,000. But you can go to IKEA and get one for $200.
Yeah.
So it's the fact that it's hand done, it's customized to you. There's only one of them because every sign has different knots and different wobbles in the letters or whatever. There's only one of them. So I don't think it's an issue. In fact, at the Klingspor thing, we had 3 CNC guys around us, and we had a lot of people at our booth.
Yeah, we had way more than they did.
Right.
By a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, especially if you're carving on site.
Yeah.
If you're carving on site, handmade stuff, that's what people are paying for.
Yeah.
The fact that it's hand done, handmade.
And you know, here's an idea that just came to
Are
mind.
you reading?
Yeah.
Or here, you want me to read?
Here's an idea that just came to mind. If you are not carving on site, but you're selling signs and at fairs or whatever, or flea markets or whatever, but you're not carving on site. Here's an idea that might add a little bit of extra gravitas to what you're doing.
Gravitas?
Thank you. That's a big word. I've
been
waiting.
I'm not
to use
judging.
that.
I'm asking what it means.
Gravitas is gravitas would be add a little bit more value, a little bit more
Panache.
panache would be one way
Okay.
to put it. But anyway, when we were at Klingspor, the first day we were just doing our thing, and then Ryan said, "Well, why don't we the next day? Why don't we set up the iPad?" We had the iPad, which is what we're looking at right now. We had the iPad. Why don't we set up the iPad and go to the channel and have some of our videos playing while we're doing our thing? So if you are freehand carving signs and you're selling them at a location where people are walking by, why don't you take a quick video of yourself carving a sign, have your wife or your husband or whatever take it, or set it up with a GoPro, whatever, take a short video of you making a sign and have it play as a loop while you're actually setting there. That way people can see you're actually doing it by hand, not right there, but you're doing it by hand at your garage or at your home shop. I think that you know, I hadn't thought about that till right now. It just that would make sense. That way, not only would that attract attention, but it would bring to home that these are hand carved, that these are freehand carved, and they're not done with a CNC at your house or whatever.
Now, we do have to say something. Aunt Renee, there's nothing wrong with CNCs or machine-made stuff, and I'm just saying,
There's not.
there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing right with them either, but
that's not nice.
I love you, Aunt Renee.
But the thing about Renee and Steve's signs, even though some of the work is done with his CNC, some of it's done by hand as well.
That's true.
They do all the edging, background. Renee hand paints like everything.
I know.
So there's a lot of hand work done in there, even though some of the carving is done CNC. Some of it may be done by hand as well. So, because Steve definitely is a freehand sign carver as well, even though they're doing some CNC stuff. So, anyway, but yeah, good answer, Ryan. Yeah, so I think there'll always be a section of the population that wants something that's handcrafted. So, stick with it, guys. Yeah, stay with it. Anything else on there?
Not yet. Does anybody have any other questions?
Thank you so much for all the great comments, you guys. And I do agree, Cindy. Cindy said something. Now I want to leave a funny one. I think that, you know, leaving nice, uplifting signs and comments and doing those is good, but a funny one might be just as good if you've got, you know, some kind of a funny saying or something.
Yeah.
I think that is also something, if you guys are selling on site, whether you're carving on site or not, get as many funny signs out there as you can, because anytime somebody's walking by and they start seeing funny stuff, they'll stop and read that, and that is that's good marketing.
Yeah, anything, like I made a sign, I don't do sports, not my thing, but I made a sign with a Dodgers symbol with an X through it and said like Dodgers suck or something like that. And that sign sold within 10 minutes. You know, because
Probably a Giants fan, yeah. Bay Area. So yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see. Carmen said, I was recently, Mom asked a question. She said, "Are you going to buy me a present tomorrow?" No. And then Carmen said, I was recently asked about a post and an install. Basically, SAM work. Does anyone ever decline doing this? I can't do woodwork outside of carving. I don't install signs, and Dad said that he doesn't. And the big thing, especially where I'm at, it's California, right? In California, in order to, do anything for anybody else, you have to have a license and you have to have insurance. And if something happens and that sign falls and hits somebody, or I don't know, it gets hit by a semi truck and flies and hits somebody, then they're gonna sue me. So I don't do any installs whatsoever.
Yeah, and anybody that's ordering a sign, that if it's a residence or something like that, you can give them the hardware or whatever. But if it's a commercial sign, generally speaking, a commercial sign, like if it's a doctor's office or something like that, they generally have maintenance people that do work on the property. They'll have somebody that will install it, or they can find somebody, because installing without a contractor's license is, man, that's just risky. I just wouldn't do it. We've never done it, really.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Carmen. How do you recommend signing my pieces? For me, Cindy, I just have a rubber stamp and I put on the back. Some people have the brands, the hot brands, and those are cool. But I'm literally, for 50 years, we just had a rubber stamp made up, put a stamp on the board. You might put one coat on the back of the sign so that it doesn't bleed in. Then once that dries, put a rubber stamp on it and put another coat on it. That rubber stamp will be there forever.
Yeah, and you can get them real cheap on Vistaprint.
Yeah.
I think that's where Amy got mine. Somebody said Crow.
I saw that.
Thank you for responding to me on Facebook. You helped keeping me want to carve. Awesome, man. Well, honestly, so all you guys that I really try to go on the, especially the Make a Wood Sign Tribe page and the different sign carving pages
on Facebook.
Yeah,
and see, that's good, because I kind of forget about that. I spend more time on Instagram. So.
But you guys are really carving some awesome stuff out there, man. I haven't seen.
Hey, Charlie.
It's just awesome. I haven't seen anything where it's like, that kind of needs work, But you guys are really, really putting some great stuff out there.
I place a business card on each sign we make. Yeah, that's a good idea too, sis. That's definitely one way to go.
Well, see, and I do the same thing. I put a card in, because I bought the bags and tape them up, and I put a business card, and when I had stickers, I put a sticker in there, because business cards get lost, but stickers, people put them on their, gun safe or their coffee cups or whatever, and stickers are a good way to make sure that people remember your name. Then they can always look you up on Google or whatever.
Yeah. I carved my symbol on the back, then a quick signature with a profile. Hey, Jonathan. Yeah, as long as they have a way to get back to you, because that's what that's the big thing, is you want, if somebody sees that and they don't know who made it, you want them to be able to somehow find you, even if it's a Facebook or a, some way.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't even have a website. All I have is an Instagram, and I didn't. Actually, I think I do still have a website, but I never use it. So I just go from Instagram and Facebook, and just do it that way. And Mom, I'm just joking. We're gonna buy you something.
Thank you, Messi. Nice. Yeah, we got a $50.
That's right.
We did a $50 card.
That's right.
We can buy our
Dad's gonna buy you something for $49.99.
Yeah.
I do see a lot of new people on here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
413 Furniture Builds. Hello from Alabama. Hello, 413. Gosh, this is cool. Hey guys. Sorry, I'm trying to read this and I'm probably getting too close to
Bert Graham said, Eric, is there a foolproof method of carving the small stars on the In God We Trust and American flag? There is. Practice.
And In God We Trust and American flag, that's the new American flag.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, the carving liner, for
the
one.
carving liner.
The carving liner.
Absolutely, the carving liner.
That's the way to do it.
That's the only way to go, the carving liner, as far as I'm concerned. That's so far above and beyond the SC50. The carving liner is definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
With that carving liner, you can really get down to some fine stuff. So for me, Bert, that's definitely a foolproof way.
Carmen, word is getting out. This is where the cool cats spend their Friday nights. I don't know about that.
Oh boy.
Oh, Steve Lewis said, got my router base plate and router bits today. Can't wait to use them. Right on, man. Well, send us some pictures. Sorry, send us some pictures when you do of what you're making so we can put it on the sign carvers of the day.
Hello from Georgia, Slow and Steady. Hey, Slow and Steady. Hey, Jim from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. That's right around Dollywood and all of that stuff.
Mike Strobel from Cody, Wyoming. Jesse, isn't that where you at? Where you at? Isn't that where you at? You're around Cody area, I think.
Scott Crawford, I have used a Ryobi trim router. It actually was lent to me from Vernon. Lent it to me, wanted me to give him my opinion of it. It was actually the battery powered one, and it was okay. There was a little problem with the collet, but once that was fixed, it actually had quite a bit of power. It was okay. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was okay.
Cindy asked, well, here we don't have the cedar pickets that are worth getting. Will pine hold up? Yeah, we use pine quite a bit.
Yeah, it really has more of a function of the finish that you put if it's going outside. And when you say hold up, I think you mean outside. So that has more to do with the finish than it does the actual wood itself, in my opinion.
Yeah, unless you're using like
paper.
Paper, which is really just thin wood. So
Yeah.
you want to go a little thicker than that.
We'll definitely send pictures. Great, Stephen.
That's a good question.
What?
413 furniture builds. I'm thinking about carving some things in some of the furniture I build. Do you recommend pouring epoxy in the carving or just leave it alone?
I think that would depend. For me, if you're carving, and this is we've done a lot of epoxy work where we did inlay epoxy inside the carving. But there again, the problem with that is, well, there's not really a problem, but then it might as well be a decal, because then it's right at the surface. I like something that shows some depth to it. So even though we have done that many times, but most of the times when we've done that, it's been on a cutting board or something that's going to be like a serving tray or that kind of thing. If it's a piece of furniture, if you need it to be flat, then absolutely, then fill it. But if you want it to really look like carving, like if it's on a back or some place where it doesn't need to be absolutely flat, then I would just color it. Black is, our favorite spray as far as the color goes. So for me, that's the difference. I've done carving and then filled it with I've used milliput or epoxy, and then once it's all done, it might as well be painted on there, or it might as well be a decal, because you can't really tell it's carved because it's all filled in. That's my opinion. Hey, Henry.
Somebody, I just missed one.
Michelle. What do you feel is the best looking cheap wood to use for a sign, indoor versus outdoor? I really like the cedar. If you can get the cedar fencing, I really like the cedar. And I really like even more than that. But I don't know. It all depends on where you're at. If you're in, like I know I was talking to Jason Mace the other day, and he can get Western red cedar or Eastern red cedar like a dime a dozen, like super cheap, because of where he's at. In Arizona, it ain't that way. It's super expensive. It depends on what you have around you. But cedar, Western red cedar or Eastern red cedar is absolutely one of my favorites. It just comes alive. And again, indoor versus outdoor, I don't think it really matters. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter too much as far as that goes, it's more, that's more of a function of putting a good finish on it, more than the wood itself.
Yeah,
I love this. We're getting all kinds of questions.
I know.
Oh, apparently I Know Nothing is in Tombstone. That's not that far away. That's only a few hours away from us.
So, what is your name? Apparently, I Know Nothing DIY. I'm gonna have to give you a nickname or an acronym or something like that.
AIKND? I don't know. I'm just taking the first. Maybe apparently doesn't want to give their name.
Oh, maybe not.
We'll just call him apparently.
Oh, Josh. Okay, Josh. There we go.
Okay. Oh,
now we know.
Now we got it.
Mom said it's Joa.
Joa?
Oh, there we go, Josh.
Okay. Josh Wells. I know that name. Have we talked before, Josh? Okay.
Oh, Bert Graham. Does carving plywood dull the router bits quickly?
It can. It very well can. Yeah, because of the glues in there. The plywoods these days are a lot different than the plywoods that we tried way back in when. But yeah, your bits are going to dull faster carving plywood just because of the glues and the stuff that's in there. Definitely faster than solid wood.
But faster than, say, walnut? What about a hardwood?
Well,
I mean, I think it's kind of all relative, right?
Yeah, see that.
Because if you're carving oak, it'll dull them faster than if you're carving cedar.
Right. So how carving oak compares to plywood, I don't know. I don't know. Carbide will keep your edge longer than steel bits. So if there are bits, then they never get dull. They stay sharp forever, their lifetime. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's not true.
Okay. So, well, we have to mention we're already after 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we have to mention
the Black Friday sale.
Black Friday sale.
Okay, so Black Friday sale. It starts. Okay, I had it all written down and everything. What did I do with it?
Is that the paper you tore off?
I had it all written down. The whole thing. Hang on, guys. Keep talking, Brian.
So the Black Friday sale is our biggest sale of the
there
year.
it is. I found it. So I'm sorry. Did I cut you off? So it starts 9 a.m. Friday the 25th on Black Friday. 9 a.m. That's when the sale starts. It ends 9 p.m. Monday the 28th. So
that's Arizona time, right?
That's Arizona time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 9 a.m. Friday the 25th to 9 p.m. Monday the 28th. Now, what's on sale? All of the template sets, all the letter and number sets, all of the stencils, no individual letters, no individual templates, but the stencils, the big stencils, all of the sets, half off, 50% off. This is the biggest sale of the year by far. So it's 50% off all of the sets. If you have questions of what's on sale and what's not going to be on sale, Vicky is here. Send Vicky an email. Send us an email. We'll let you know. But basically, it's all the letter and number sets, whether they're the little ones or the big ones. No router bits and no base plates on sale. Unfortunately we can't do that, but all of the laser cut sets, templates, stencils, and letters, numbers. Am I forgetting something, babe? Am I forgetting something? Is your mom still here? Or
yeah, Mom's still here.
I thought when she.
Mom said Friday after Thanksgiving from 9 a.m. to Monday 9 p.m.
Yeah. I figured she was gone after you said we weren't going to get her a present.
No, she's still here.
She'd hung up on us.
She's still here.
Okay. All right, so that is that. What am I forgetting, babe? What am I forgetting, Vic?
Wasn't there something else?
Starter packs. Yeah, starter packs 2, because those are letter number sets.
Well, hop on the website, Josh. You know where it's at, buddy. And the Black Friday sale is the biggest one of the year.
Yeah.
That's when we're, we have the best sales of the year.
Terrific. Thank you, Josh.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Josh, for having our router bases on your routers. Appreciate that. I'm glad they're working for you, buddy.
Heck yeah. The router base plates, man, those.
Yeah, good point, Henry, on the plywood. That's the thing about the plywood. Sometimes they'll have voids in there where the plies kind of don't fill everything up. Now, there are really quality plywoods that won't have that, and there are plywoods that are MDF core. I've carved that before, so they're MDF in between, and then they don't have, they've just got a veneer, like an oak veneer on the top and the bottom, and they don't have voids in there. So,
But we'll be doing a video pretty soon on carving plywood, especially like if somebody wants a big sign, 2 foot by 6 foot or something. Plywood's, comes in 4 by 8 sheets, so we're going to be doing a sign or a video soon on that.
thank you for reminding me that, babe. So, every year during Black Friday, we are so just absolutely swamped that normally we ship the same day or the next day. There may be a day or two delay in getting everything out depending on how big the rush is, but it always seems to be like, so you guys are used to us shipping the same day and the next day and you having it within 2 or 3 days. It may be a day or two delayed just during that Black Friday thing. So
Timothy Montgomery said, how can I get your router bits? You can go on our website that's listed in the description and pretty much all our videos. And in fact, in the new videos, we're listing each router bit individually. Our website, makeawoodsign.com, we've got all our router bits, our stencils, layout letters,
base plates,
everything on there.
Yeah.
So you can go check that out. Question for that large piece of wood I got from Andrew. It's going inside and they're sealed with resin. Would you try to power carve their logo or just outset and cut everything else away? It depends on what look you're going for. You know, I mean, more the power carving is more about the look and the depth that it gives. So
rather than being, something, whether it's inside or outside.
Right.
It's really, what the way you want it to look, Charlie. That's more, and how complicated the logo is. So that really, the power carving is cool. It really is. I love it. But whether it's inside or outside really has no bearing on whether I do power carving or not.
Yeah. Tyler Henry said, "What's your favorite router today?" That would be the DeWalt cordless with
DCW 600.
DCW.
Or the corded version is the DWP 611.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
Thank you, Rick.
More stencil designs coming out.
Yep.
We got more coming.
Vicky is working on it as we speak.
Yep.
Thank you, Pam.
At least she better be. You know what I'm saying?
You better be working.
The premium and executive members still get their discount on top of the Black Friday sale
that's a good
too.
point.
So if you're a premium member, you get a 5% on top of whatever sale we have going. If you're an executive member, you get a 10% discount on top of whatever sale we're doing.
Yes, Henry, I did use the 45-degree chamfer bit on that gobble wobble, wobble gobble.
Wobble,
sign.
gobble till you wobble.
Yeah, that
something
one.
like that.
I just used the 45-degree chamfer on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I used, just the 45-degree chamfer, buddy.
Oh, Mom said a bad word.
Uh-oh.
Sinner.
You know how to bring that out in her.
Yeah. What finish do we use for outdoors?
My favorite finish is Czar water-based exterior polyurethane. That's my finish. That's my favorite finish. I like the water-based. However, a lot of people are using the Helmsman spar urethane, water-based and oil-based. The oil base, just make sure if you're using the oil base, you know it has kind of an amber tint to it, whereas water based, not near as much. I watched about 50 of your videos before I made my first sign last year. Then I carved a Coca-Cola sign with the stippling. I should send you a picture of it. Yes, you should.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah,
you should.
absolutely you should, Josh.
What time tomorrow? I think we'll be there at 9. So,
Yeah.
but it's going like all day long.
Yeah.
I don't know what time they're announcing the winner of the contest.
I think that doesn't happen till like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but they're having sales and there's food and music and I think there's some turning demos as well. There's a turning demos like at 11 o'clock. We're just going to be, I think we're going to be set up out front, just kind of talking and carving and stuff all day long, I think. I need a hat. Sawdust makes me itchy. Dances with Aardvarks.
that's a funny name.
Yeah, I like that.
Rick Endicott, so you recommend cedar fence pickets if they are available and not too pricey?
Right.
Yeah.
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 Every place, even when we were in North Carolina, we went and picked up cedar pickets and they were good. They were better than the ones we had in Arizona.
They're a little wider too.
Yeah, a little wider and a little thicker. Yeah.
Timothy Montgomery, your router base plates, what all routers will that fit? So we have I think we have 18 different base plates and several of them fit more than one router. So, but we also have a blank base plate that will fit any router. We have a large blank base plate and a trim router size blank base plate. So just go on the website and whatever router you have, put that in the little search bar and it'll either take you to the one that's for it or you can get a blank. And we have a video on how to install the blank.
Okay, your router base plates. What all router? Okay, craft show with pieces for the kitchen contestants. From John.
Tyler, he said, I did a wood sign last year and I want to send you the picture of it, but it's not any good. Well, send it anyway. If it's not any good, we'll just ignore the email.
It's joking. Probably better than you think it is.
Yeah.
That's very common that people are their worst judgers.
Oh yeah, or people's wives are the worst judge.
Well, that's just in your case. I use water-based spar urethane. It won't yellow if I'm using white paint. Yeah, good point, Michelle. Very good point. How much is the entry to get into? John, you mean for tomorrow for the to get into?
There's no entry for Woodworker's Source.
No, you just
come in.
Just come to the store. Woodworker's Source in Tempe on Elliott. Just come to the store and you can wander around and
There's a lot of stuff to see, man.
Oh boy, yeah. Do you guys use RAID resize? I think rapid resizing.
Yeah.
If so, suggestions on transfer to wood.
Oh, he said he was trying to be funny. Failed.
Okay.
So, well, now that you said that, it is funny. I get it now. We're just a little slow, that's all.
Right. So slow and steady. Do you guys use, I think, rapid resizer? And if so, any suggestions on transfer to wood? Yeah, we use either, I like the freezer paper or the label backer transfer, and we've got videos on that. Mm-hmm. Or if you're using a laser printer, using like lacquer thinner to transfer it onto the wood, that's my favorite way to do it. Ryan just sounded like Dave.
Yeah. I get that a lot from my wife. You sound like your grandpa.
And then your mom says he's so much like Dave. What is the email? I want to send mine from watching y'all. You can send it to my email, eric@makeawoodsign.com, or you can send it to ryan@makeawoodsign.com or vicky@makeawoodsign.com.
The projector is another way to do it with the transfer, but dad did that for years, and that's
It's,
challenging.
well, and the thing with the projector, did somebody ask about that? Or is that
John
just-
and S-Step.
Yeah.
S-Step.
Yeah, the thing about the projector that I didn't like the most was that you didn't have any way to squeeze it or change the proportion. Within Rapid Resizer, you can, if it's not the dimension that you need, you can alter it. You can make it taller or narrower or fatter or whatever. So
Yeah.
I like that option when at all possible.
Bot Zerker, I don't remember seeing a video with the lacquer thinner transfer for laser printer. Do you recall the video number?
I don't.
But if you go on and search the Kern County Fire Department, we use the lacquer thinner on that.
Did we?
Yeah, on the table at Andrew's place. That was like 16 tiles. Remember, we did it on a laser printer and used the lacquer thinner.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did we? Or send me an email and tell me what you're looking for, and I'll find a video or a couple of videos and send you links. You can always do that. Eric@makeawoodsign.com. So, geez, this light really is
Yeah.
bright on my face, huh? That's probably gonna mess this up. Oops,
Yeah, it's kind of,
that's too dark.
that's a
Huh?
little dark.
Oops, maybe too much, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I
Good
think
enough.
that's as good as we're gonna get. Not too much you can do with my face. You can only do so much. Just got out of the shop, made 2 gone fishing signs. Good job, guy.
Right on.
Those things are cool, man. Those things are really neat. Carmen, my one projector experience was awful. Never again. I couldn't see around me. An image was so distorted. Yeah, that's the thing. It kind of does that. Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing. But I can't recall the last time I even used a projector.
Yeah.
And yes, you
All
guys
right.
use the lacquer for the transfer. Oh, Stephen, yes, I watched that video today, and yes, you guys use the lacquer for the transfer. You must be talking about the fire department
Yeah,
table that we
the
did at
table
Andrew.
we did.
Oh my gosh, we're going on like an hour.
Holy crap, we
Jeez.
are.
Well, but it's cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
love these questions and stuff,
Yeah, these
guys.
are good questions.
Thank you, guys. This is great. This is really, really good.
All right, good night, Bert.
Good night, Bert. All right, you guys, we're going to get out of here. If you have any other questions, obviously, you can. I've seen some of these wood carvers projector, maybe more.
Some people
Hey,
really like
if
it.
you- if
Like
you
I
can
know
make it work.
one of our guys, Luke, that's what he does, and he makes big signs, and he really likes the
Luke
projector.
Gearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
So,
makes
I
good
mean,
signs. So,
Give it
yeah,
a shot, man. You know, maybe it'll be.
Maybe it'll work for you.
Mom said Sherlock just spit his meds all over my glasses.
Sorry, I'm not there to see
I
that.
know. Da.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he doesn't like those medicines.
All right.
I'm going to go through some of my dad's stuff and brought me some old tools he had left. That's cool, Henry. That's very cool.
All right.
All right. I'm good, Michael. Hope you are too. Anyway, all right, guys,
Yep.
we got to get out of here.
I know,
Jeez,
we gotta go
it's
get
getting
something to
late.
eat.
Yeah, we got to go get something to eat. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Obviously, anything that you need help with, email me or email Ryan. If you're in the Phoenix, Tempe area, come and see us tomorrow, man. It's going to be a blast. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be so cool. And we have a free gift for you as long as supplies last. I think we got like 80 something of them.
Yeah.
So we'll be handing those out. So guys, come by and say hi, see us. And that's it, I guess.
that's it.
Okay. Thanks, guys. We love you. I don't know how we get out of here. You know how to do this?
Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.
Oh, there it is. Bye, guys. Love you.